more of a growth, positive, inspiring our mission, our mission, and consciousness by promoting positive and entertainment. Our purpose, sharing a consciousness of love and empowerment through a variety of media. Good morning, dear ones. Robert Brzezinski with you here this morning. I've got a dear friend and spiritual leader, Barbara Leger, is with me. Good morning, dear one.
Good morning, Robert. Nice to be with you.
Great to have you here. And Barbara's with us. Now, if you watched yesterday morning's broadcast, you know that all this week we're featuring members of the Center for Spiritual Living Heart of Peace Committee, and they're here to share a little bit with us about the Heart of Peace meditation. So I'm going to turn this over to Barbara and let her share just a little bit about that, and then we'll get into a good old-fashioned spiritual mind treatment for the morning. So, Barbara, please take us away.
Hey, thanks so much, Robert. Doing meditation alone is a wonderful experience, and doing meditation in a group amplifies the process. And so the Heart of Peace meditation was a dream child of an amazing woman named Nancy Anderson, who had the same belief that I did, that peace on earth is our birthright. And I think I've heard that said by several great philosophers over the ages. And Nancy was determined that we create a program for anyone. You don't have to be in any particular group or any religion or any philosophy. If you want peace in your life, then the Heart of Peace process can be something that you can use. And so there's a committee that's called the Heart of Peace Committee, and we're part of Global Services of Centers for Spiritual Living. And how it works is we just get together and we just have a facilitator who brings us into a state of receptivity, because what is meditation but it's listening.
Yes.
It's listening to that deep sense, not from out there. It's not like we're trying to tune into a signal that's coming, from the moon or anything. This is within us that we're listening to. We're listening to our own inner wisdom that is connecting us to all of life. And
Yes.
so, whatever you call that thing that is beyond who we are and how we are, you can call it nature or life or spirit or consciousness or God or energy. Really, that doesn't matter. Whatever it is to you is just fine. And the idea of meditation is to tune into that, to align with that. There's no effort needed. We don't have to go and get it. We just get our thinking, our needing to do it the certain way out of the way, so we can just let ourselves feel it. And
Yeah.
there's all kinds of techniques to do that, and we explore lots of different ones, but the main idea is to get to the peace that's inside of ourselves. And why? It's because the more we're connected to that peace inside of ourselves, the more we live from that space. And the more we live from that space, the more our lives become more peaceful, and it all ripples out because it's all consciousness.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, it's all consciousness. Now, folks, there are a couple of ways you can stay in touch with and connect with the Heart of Peace Committee and the meditation. Now, these links are also in the description for today's broadcast, so you don't need to feverishly write those down, but it's at rcsl.org and all that extra. And on Facebook as well. They've got a Facebook group. And what I will also do is make sure that we post these links on the New Thought Media Network page for you as well, because this program is sponsored by the New Thought Media Network, most positive and inspiring media network on the planet. So,
Oh,
all right, Barbara. So we are really all about treatment here, and I want to remind everybody when we talk about a spiritual mind treatment, this is not some begging and beseeching. We're not pleading and, oh, woe is me. This is all about affirming the truth that we know of life and allowing a revelation of greater truth to, well, reveal itself. So Barbara's going to get us started. At some point along the way, she'll kind of, uh, it'll feel like, all right, time to pass, and she'll pass it over to me. I'll wrap it up, and then we'll share a couple more links with you and get you off into your morning. So, Barbara, please, dear one, take us away.
What a wonderful way to start the morning together, Robert, and thank you for doing this every day right here on this network. Here you are. So I'm glad that we're here, and it's very easy to shift out of the busy what do I need to do today and just take 5 minutes, six. So let's do that together, shall we? If you're comfortable, you can just settle into your seat. You can put your hand on your heart like Robert's doing. You can close your eyes. You can look at your favorite tree and just take a breath, just a really wonderful deep breath, because that is the inspiration of spirit coming through. As we breathe, we bring ourselves in connection to all that is. And as we do it mindfully, then we're more aware of the connection that we have. And so we choose in this moment to realize that there is a energy, there is a life force, there is a consciousness, there is a sacredness of life, there is an impulse. There's an impulse within us, and that impulse is to live, to express itself, to be its fantastic nature. And as we choose to know that that's true, we ease ourselves into this morning spiritual mind treatment. We are treating ourselves, we're having this conversation to open to the infinite connection that we have with life, all lives, everywhere on the planet, at all times. We are connected. We cannot fall out of that connection because we're born from it and we're born for it. And so there is no place in my life where I am not connected to the source of all life itself. And even if in the middle of this moment there are things in my life that are challenging, I just know that right there in that place, all of life is. And I breathe into that. I breathe into that awareness. I accept that I am connected to the thing itself. And as I am connected to it, I understand that everything and everyone is connected to it. And so, whether I know it or not, whether I feel it or not, or whether I even like it or not, I cannot escape the fact that I am one with you and you and you and you and you and all of us. And so, in this moment, in this time on our planet, in our country, I declare that I am one with every single person. And that there is no one who has more spirit than anybody else. There's no better expression of this thing called life. We all have the same amount of it, 100%. 100% of who I am is this life. And 100% of everyone I see is this life. And so it is up to me to open my heart and know that that's true. It is up to me to recognize in this moment that the goodness of this amazing life is constantly expressing itself through me and everyone that I meet and every condition in my life. And as I choose to let every moment be good, as I choose to let all moments be for good, I lean into my life experience today. I lean into it with peace in my heart, knowing that peace is at the foundation of each of us. And in any situation where there's a wrinkle in that energy force, I know that that peace is there too. And so it's only as we allow it to be that it can flourish in our life. So I allow it to be me today.
Mm.
I allow it to be me. I allow it to be in my consciousness everything and everyone I see. And in that great, joyful awareness, I know that all is well. And I pass my word to Robert.
Mm. And I too feel this vibration, this sense of allowing peace to be the center of every interaction, allowing peace to be present in every encounter, and allowing peace to be the guiding principle of my thoughts and desires, of my words, and all that I believe. I claim for each one here that is listening this day an experience of peace. Believing peace is possible. Believing peace is occurring on the planet right now, is being born onto this planet right now, regardless of the appearances, regardless of all that you may see in the world. Recognize that in the midst of all of that, there is that seed, that moment, that germination, that piece of peace, that opportunity for peace. It has been said that peace is not the absence of discord or dishevel, uprising. Peace is the ability to see the truth in the midst of it all.
Mm,
And so I claim for each one here that experience of seeing the truth of a new revelation, the truth of a new world that is being born, the truth of a new vision coming online across this entire planet. To see the truth of how old paradigms and old ways of being, those things that no longer serve human evolution, how all of that is crumbling and dissolving and just disappearing back into the nothingness from whence it came. And in its
mm,
place, there is this new vision, these new opportunities
mm,
to step up and be a part of the change, be a part of the evolution, be on the transformation team.
mm,
I claim for each one that hears these words a deep soul stirring from within, that it says, I shall be peace in the midst of all I am called to do. And I shall know peace as the center of my being, as the center of my soul, as the center of my consciousness. Mm. And as I allow that vibration to radiate out, to circle around the globe, to return fulfilled and return to me tenfold, I recognize that there is nothing more.
mm.
I'm in that place of absolute gratitude for all that has been shared here this morning, for the great, great truth that is revealing itself. Most especially grateful to know that it is not I doing the work, it is the one. That power of oneness is on the job and taking care of everything so I can get out of the way. I release this word into the law that must manifest, that must demonstrate, that is in fact already operating upon this word. And I know it is done. And so I invite you to join us in an affirmation of this truth as we say together,
And so it
and
is.
so it is.
Mm.
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 And
Thank
so
you.
and so and so it is. Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, Barbara, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you, Robert, for having me. And I love dropping into this little space with you. So thanks for doing this for all of us and
Mm,
helping get the word out about the heart of peace. And
absolutely.
I invite everybody who wants more of it to keep coming here every morning and then check out the Peace Committee and
Yes.
join us.
So we will be having members of the Heart of Peace committee every morning this week. And except for Friday we're going to do the evening session instead of the morning session. I'll be back again later this evening with our normal evening session at 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. So thank you for being with us, dear ones. I love you all. We'll be in touch again real soon. Until then, peace and blessings.
Peace.